ஐந்தையும் ஈன்றவள் நீயே, அழல் உருவாகவே ஈன்றெழுந்தாயே. கருமங்களை கொண்டிட வந்தாய் நித்யானந்த, தர்ம மண்ணில் வென்றிட வந்தாய். கருமங்களை கொண்டிட வந்தாய் நித்யானந்த, தர்ம மண்ணில் வென்றிட வந்தாய். தீயினிலே பிறந்தவளே நித்ய ஆனந்த தீயே நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி. தீயினிலே பிறந்தவளே நித்ய ஆனந்த தீயே நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி. நித்யானந்த தீயே நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி. நித்யானந்த தீயே நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி. நித்யானந்த தீயே நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி. நித்யானந்த தீயே நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி.
ஓம் 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 ஓம். ஓமெனும் பிரணவம் உற்பத்தியாகும். மூலநாதபரஞ்சோதி பரமசிவ பரம்பொருள் பாகத்திருக்கும் பரமசக்தி வேதாகமம் விளக்கி சொல்ல வரம் தர வழி சொல்ல நித்யானந்தன் உயிர் தாங்கி உடல் தாங்கி மனமொழி மெய்தாங்கி முழுமையுந்தாங்கி நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்தேன் இப்பூலகில். நன்மை செய்திட பரஷோடசி மீனாட்சி கந்திரந்து அருள் செய்கின்றேன். கண்ணாத்தாள் சமயபுரத்து மகமாய் வந்துதித்தேன். மாநகர் மதுரை வாழ் மீனாட்சி வந்துதித்தேன். ஆனந்தம் தந்திடவே அருளாட்சி செய்கின்றேன். வாருங்கள் மக்களே, கேளுங்கள் வேண்டும் வரமெலாம். காமதேனுவாய் கற்பவிருஷமாய் நல்வரந்தந்து நல் அருள் தந்திடவே வந்துதித்தேன். மக்களே அஞ்சாதீர்கள். கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்றிருந்தும் அதன் நேர்மறை மறைமுக வந்து வாராது இருக்கும் பெருந்துக்கங்கள் எல்லாவற்றிலுமிருந்தும் உங்களை காக்கின்றேன், கவலை வேண்டாம். வாருங்கள், தினந்தோறும் அன்னையனை தரிசியுங்கள். என் தரிசனம் போதும் உங்கள் வாழ்க்கையை காத்திடவும் பாதுகாப்பாய் வையத்தை வைத்திடவும் வளத்தொடு பார்த்திடவும் சேர்த்திடவும் செம்மை சிறப்பெலாம் ஆர்த்திடவும் அருளுகின்றோம் அன்னை உங்கள் அனைவர்க்கும் வரம். தரிசனம் போதும் எப்போதும் உங்கள் வாழ்வில் நன்மையெல்லாம் மலரும். ஓம் 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 ஓம்.
அச்சங்களை துச்சமாக மிச்சமின்றியே, அச்சங்களை துச்சமாக மிச்சமின்றியே தீயில் கலைந்தெறிந்தும் கருவறைக்குள் நாங்கள் இறங்கினோம். தீயில் கலைந்தெறிந்தும் கருவறைக்குள் நாங்கள் இறங்கினோம். நித்யாகினி தியானாகினி ஆனந்தாகினி குந்த ஞான
వైదేగి ధనుషన్ తథాస్తు, సంగీతా పటేల్ తథాస్తు, లక్ష్మీచంద్రన్ తథాస్తు. ஓம் ஓம் ஓம். வினய் காமத் உயிருக்கும் உடலுக்கும் உயிர்ப்பித்த ஞானமும் யோகமும் குடும்பத்தவர் அனைவருக்கும் கொடுத்தேன், மகனுக்கு கண்டுபிடிக்கும் நல் அறிவினால் வரும் நோபல் பரிசும் தந்தோம். 22ஆம் வயதிற்குள் இவ்வுலகிலேயே பெரும் விஞ்ஞானியாய் சிறந்து விளங்குவான் மகன். நல்வாழ்வும் ஞானமும் தந்தோம், சர்வஞத்துவமும் தந்தோம். பொய்வா புண்ணியத்தோடு வாழ்வாய். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
ஸ்ரீனிவாசன் பொறாமையொடு பொச்சாப்பும்
So the next, next we have Sri Pichit Sadeshananda, who has joined the Adi Kailasa COVID Care Protection Center. He's going to come to the show today and share his experiences, how he's feeling, what was the revelation that he received from Devi, and what are his experiences being in Adi Kailasa. It's Sadeshananda, can you please unmute yourself?
परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम्
Yes, Nityanandam. Now we have Srini Pijitsadesananda Ayya, who has joined the COVID Care Protection Center in Aadikailasa.
Nityanandama. Nityanandama.
Yes. So, yeah, I request you to keep the camera stable for our viewers. Yes. Okay. So, Ayya, would you like to share your experiences of receiving the blessings from Devi Parashakti and what made you to come here and your experiences on your stay in Aadikailasa?
Nityanandam. Amma, I am not English, for a little bit English, but something Tamil is translated.
Yes, please go ahead and come in and we'll translate.
Yes.
Yes, Chitsadesa Ayya, please.
Yes, Amma, once. Mara, சொல்லுங்க Mara. Mara, சொல்லுங்க. சொல்லுங்க Mara. Okay, Mara. Nityanandama. Nityanandam.
Yes, please go ahead and share your experiences, Ayya.
அம்மா நான் சுவாமிஜியை வந்து ஃபர்ஸ்ட் 2008 பார்த்தேம்மா. ஐ எம் வாட்சிங் சுவாமிஜி ஃபார் 2018மா.
Yes, Ayya. So I think we'll have to move on to the next participant because you're experiencing some technical difficulties. So
Ma? Ma Nityanandam?
परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम्
So stay tuned, and tomorrow we'll have many more testimonials coming in from people who have joined the COVID Care Center in Aadikailasa, spearheaded by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nityananda Parameshwaram. Please stay tuned for the next segment today.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. That otherworldly but definitive sign manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Priya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnation, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But the Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Yes. Next, we have Sri Harilina, who is joining from Adi Kailasa Sarvanga Peetham, who's recently come with his family to the COVID Care Protection Center. Thank you so much for joining the show today, Aya. Nityanandam. You'll have to unmute yourself and speak.
Nityanandam.
Nityanandam, Aya.
Nityanandam. Actually, I'm devotee since 2004. I have actually, since the pandemic condition is in the external world is very high, so we need protection for me and my family. So there is no other go to come to the feet of Swamiji. Now that is the exact situation. Actually, I am having 2 kids. In the external world, that is even the vaccinations or something like that is not there for the kids, and in that situation I'm unable to do that. Is even though we have money, we are unable to save our life. So that I took a decision to come to Adi Kailash and stay here and protect me and my family. So that is the main reason of me coming here and staying here. Now here at this point, when I came, and most carryingly they have taken us and they have given very wonderful food and nice stay and everything. We are immensely happy staying here.
Thank you, Aya. Thank you so much. I just wanted to understand the current situation. You are from Kanchipuram, and how is COVID being treated over there? Why you? What is the society feeling right now? Like, especially you mentioned about the situation is really bad over there. So could you expand on that, please?
Okay. Actually, that government, what they are saying is only, it is a suppressed thing, which we feel. The death rate and the affected rate is very higher there in our place. But the government used to say that the COVID is getting reduced and the persons are getting more healed and they are going out. But that is, I feel it is totally lie. It is total lie. They used to lie. Why? Because when we go to the government general hospital there, we can see so many people are dying there and more people are getting affected and there are more COVID patients there. But when we see in the news channels and all, they give a suppressed data that the persons is on recovery state. There is no persons affected. Like that, they are lying. So what I felt was the people are very much careless towards COVID. They don't care about spreading the disease or something like that. They don't wear proper mask. They don't maintain social distancing, everything. So even though there is a strict lockdown in our place, they don't follow the rules. So when we live in the same situation, the problem won't get easily solved. So it will definitely shoot up. When the problem shoots up, that time we won't be getting any medical care or something like that. So that first we need to save ourselves. So only we came to Adi Kailash.
Great. That's wonderful, yeah.
Moreover,
Would you like to? Yes. Please go ahead.
Hello. Moreover, during this COVID situation, I have lost my father-in-law also due to the same COVID. For that, we have searched in there for hospital and an ambulance. We are unable to even get an ambulance with oxygen support. So now this second wave, actually in Tamil Nadu, we are suffering from second wave. In that second wave itself, we are unable to get medical facilities. That is, we don't get oxygen supported ambulance. We don't get oxygen supported bed in hospitals. Then ventilator supported ICUs. Everything is unavailable. So we have been searching for 4 to 5 days to admit him into the hospital, but we are unable to get even a bed. While he was having some suffocation problem in the last day when he expired, we were searching for the hospital. Nobody has even opened the door to admit him and to see. So actually, he has expired in the ambulance itself without getting that room. So that made us more shiver that this place is unsafe. We don't get any care if there is, even though when we have money, even we have asked them, that is, we will give you whatever amount you want. Please admit him. We need to save his life. But there is no hospital at all. What they say is that already there are 20 persons waiting for the ICU with ventilator support. Then how can I put you there? So you please wait, they have asked. So that we have waited. But we are unable to help him, but he expired.
I think it's very important perspective that you brought out today in the show, because people are suffering. Even if you are affected by COVID, you are not getting the necessary medical support. Money is not helping anybody. It is only Swamiji who is going to protect their lives. So I think it's a very important, deeper perspective that you've brought to the show today. And it is just the reality, actually. What people are suffering outside, and they don't have any solutions. It is the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism who has opened all his kailasas to support and protect the people from COVID. I just wanted to ask you one more question. How is your wife feeling today? She was experiencing the grief about her father's death and her stay in Adi Kailash. What would you like to share with us about it?
Regarding that, actually, she was having a fear stroke about his father's death. She used to get shiver at nights due to fear. Like that, it was there. But here, it was very much comfortable for her. The environment is very good because we are in the lap of Swamiji. We feel that we feel that we are in the lap of Swamiji. So that every persons are very much kind and supportive, even for a medical care. Actually, yesterday we was very much astonished. She was having a great headache, which used to come to her. For that, when we informed them, the amount of care they have taken, all the persons have come, taken care, and they rang up to the doctors. They also given medicines and everything. It was awesome. There is even this kind of facility we don't get in our home at all. When we want to, during this pandemic period, when we want to meet a doctor, it is like a great thing. Moving out and going to a doctor is very much very difficult thing, but here it has made very much simple. The doctor is on call and the medicine is in our bed, has come to our same sitting place, and everything. The care was awesome, so we really loved it. We enjoyed. Not to say we should enjoy it, but we felt very happy.
Thank you. Actually, every single thing is personally guided, and how to handle these medical emergencies. To that detail, Swamiji has guided and ensure that it is happening. His guidance and micromanagement is the only reason how we are able to provide this support. So thank you so much for joining the show today. Would you like to share anything else with the viewers?
Yes, ma. Actually, what I felt is when we came to Adi Kailash, it was totally all the sannyasis were maintaining the show, even from the gatekeeping, everything. So they are taking care like anything. That is taking care is not like coming and saying some polite words or something like that. The protection, the level of protection that they give is in everywhere we can say that some staffs will be taking care of the gates, and some other people will be taking care. So the main place, the higher officials will be taking care. But here when I came, even from the gate onwards, it is much more secure. That they are rest assuring that no other persons or no violation is being happening. Whatever Swamiji says, it has to happen. For that, there should be more authentic persons at all the place. So I felt that even Sundareshwara Maharaj and everybody was on the gates and seeing if there is any violation which is happening regarding the checking the baggage or like that, or regarding deviating any other rules. They are very much keen and sharp and seeing if there is no violations of Swamiji's words. So I feel really very much secured. After seeing that only, I feel very much secured. Swami, that is everything we say, Swami says, but this one, whatever Swami says, that is getting implemented 100% pakka. So I feel much more secured. Okay, now this is the best place to live in. So that is the thing which I had.
Thank you, Aya. Thank you so much. Like I mentioned already, it is every single step Swamiji is guiding, and he's ensuring that everything is being practiced properly, because his compassion to care for people, he wants to ensure that every single being who's touching the campus, who's touching the soil of Adi Kailash for the COVID Protection Center, they are completely protected. So thank you so much. And we all feel extremely grateful for having Swamiji in our life to make sure that every single being is valued, right? So thank you so much for joining the show today, and we'll move on to the next segment.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara deities and Nijavatara living incarnation, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign manifesting. The cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities, in Nijavatara, living incarnation is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnation, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign manifesting. The cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is fasting. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnation, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign manifesting. The cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is fasting. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnation, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish the sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमसं तं नमामि. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagwan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you, due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you, out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing, manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift. Playing with life. Playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagwan himself has beautifully explained.
Let's go to the science of power manifestation. The science of power manifestation is authentic, time-tested, foolproof, and scientific. Science because it is repeatable and doable by each one of us. The pramanas, the evidences which supports the science of power manifestation. The Shastra Pramana, evidences from the scriptures. The eternal unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures as Vedas and Agamas is the Shastra Pramanas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience and the results of the Aptas, the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nainamas, Alvar, Siddhas, all of them manifesting the powers of Paramashiva, which is authentic, time-tested, scientific and foolproof. Atma Pramana, account of His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashiva. This millennium's avatar's personal experience of power manifestation. Bhagavan's very own Leelas, mapping to the Apta Pramana and Shastra Pramana. As per the Shastra Pramana, the Shakshi Pramana, the experience of millions of devotees, disciple followers all around the world manifesting the powers of Paramashiva. Bhagavan has beautifully initiated all his disciples to manifest all the powers of Paramashiva. The Pratyaksha Pramana, the scientific study, experience the scientific study measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state, the thoughtlessness space of Paramashiva. Again and again, Bhagavan gives a higher reality for us to understand that we exist as consciousness and also as body and mind. Beautifully, we can experience this oneness with Paramashiva if we understand the deeper science of our manifestation. Bhagavan has beautifully given the Shastra Pramana. Shastra Pramanas are from the Veda Agamas. This is from Vijnana Bhairava Tantra.
Your consciousness, awakening your awareness. So let's go to the Shastra Pramana.
The Shastra Pramana for the power of third eye awakening is taken from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 34, Dharana 11. Kapala antarmanonyasya tishthanmilitalochanaha kramena manaso dardhyat lakshaye lakshamuttamam. Kapala antarmanonyasya tishthanmilitalochanaha kramena manaso dardhyat lakshaye lakshamuttamam.
Bhagavan Paramashiva says beautifully in Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Vijnana, the consciousness, Bhairava, one who experienced the consciousness, and Tantra, the method in which you can experience consciousness beyond the mind. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, by fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center and sitting stably, without the movement of having the eyes closed in succession, by the stability of the mind and the inner space through the power of third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal, Lakshayam. By having the vision beyond the sight, that reveals any object or place beyond the sight, that reveals any object or place, attaining the space of oneness with the source, Paramashiva. Beautifully, Bhagavan describes in the sutra how we can experience the oneness with Paramashiva. And each of these beautiful understanding that Bhagavan gives us, that we can all manifest as ultimate reality, experiencing the oneness with Paramashiva as Dvaita or Advaita, the non-dual or dual. How you experience that as Bhakti or Jnana. Simply Bhagavan says, Jnana Vairagya Bhakti, how the Gopikas simply was able to manifest all the powers of Paramashiva. They were in Gurukulam, they were taught all these signs, and all of them was able to manifest, including manifesting Krishna himself. Once Gopika asked how they got jealous with the flute that Krishna had. They said, how did you come into Krishna's hand always and forever? That flute beautifully replied that once Krishna came to the bamboo forest and asked who would be ready to give their life. And simply I was the one who was ready. And he took me and made a flute. Since I was empty, I became a flute. But there were some who were filled with the whole bamboo and they were used for the dead bodies. If the flute was filled with things, that is usually used to tie it together and carry the dead bodies. But if it is beautifully empty, it is used as an instrument to play the leelas of Krishna. All these again and again, Bhagavan gives these examples for us to understand the identity when you drop. The identity that you carry is the one which makes us suffer and one which puts us into delusion that what we see as our reality is the only reality that exists. Like how in the dream, there are so many things happening in the dream. We live like 10 years in 10 hours of our life in the dream and finish it off. Even 2 hours we live it. But when we understand it is just a dream, we wake up, we don't miss it or something is not lost. The people exist, but in a different way. The same way, how we can experience this higher reality when we understand that and we don't have to suffer. We can simply command the future and how it needs to manifest as our reality. Bhagavan is teaching that science to become auspicious, to become more and more abundance, more and more how these siddhas, how these Nayanamars, all of them were able to attract the ultimate wealth, ultimate wellness when they were able to ready to give up their identity. Yes, each one of them went through many of the completion process, but ultimately they were in the space of Paramashiva manifesting anything they want and it was possible. Now Bhagavan is giving that science to each and every one of us to experience the oneness with Paramashiva and manifest that reality. Each of these examples gives us the clarity there is something more than the body and the mind, which is the way to exist on planet Earth, why we came here, to experience the superconscious space and not just be as a human and die as a human and be again born with the same patterns and carry on and on and on. Instead, there is something else which can be experienced when we start manifesting the powers, even if it is as tiny as a dot. Oh, I'm just having one dot in my hand, Vibhuti. What is the point? Just for the dot, NASA scientists is spending billions of dollars, trillions of dollars. Tesla and NASA and everybody. Here, Bhagavan just gives us where we are celebrating with a cup of coffee, enjoying the whole space. When so many pandemic is happening, we know we are always in a safe place when Paramashiva is with us. So such a beautiful space Bhagavan is creating for each one of us, attending to each one of us in the pandemic and overflowing with such love and compassion. All we need to do is sit back, internalize those beautiful space and start manifesting as powers. Now, let's go to the Apta Pramana. Apta Pramanas are the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamas, Alvars, Siddhas, all of them beautifully manifested these powers of Paramashiva. This is the power of copy the drawing while blindfolded. Nara Narayana, Arjuna and Krishna were twin avatar of Lord Vishnu. They were one soul in two bodies. Whatever Nara is, the Narayana is also the same thing as well. Whenever Nara ate, Narayana felt full. So both of them felt equally, and whatever the other does, the other felt the oneness space. Bhishma described them in Mahabharata. The eternal Narayana, the soul of the universe, took birth as sons of Dharma in the quadruple form as Naranarayana, Hari and the self-creator Krishna. This is given in the beautiful Mahabharata Parva, Shanti Parva, chapter 1, Naranarayana. And they were born as Arjuna and Krishna. That is why Arjuna never lost even one war. He knew always Krishna is the one who's manifesting the reality. Arjuna asked Krishna, how can I kill all these people? Bhagavan beautifully replies for that. And in a beautiful way, how Krishna told Arjuna, The only thing that we are is consciousness. And how can consciousness kill anything, or anything can be taken away from anything? If you understand the higher reality, why are you asking these questions? You are supposed to pose the whole thing, and whatever you need to do as your own self, who you came down here to execute. Like Kshatriya's job is to fight. Brahmana's job is to offer the knowledge of jnana. The very purpose of each one of us here on planet Earth, when we manifest that, simply we align to the higher consciousness. And nothing needs to be planned, nothing needs to be decided, nothing needs to be done except manifestation of our reality without any of our mind. Beautifully, we can live in the oneness space, manifesting all that. That is why Janaka was a king and Krishna was a king, manifesting all his realities and being aligned to the highest power of Paramashiva. Now, let's go to the Atma Pramana. Atma Pramana, Bhagavan himself narrates the experiences.
How long? If I am going to open it for you, how much it takes for you to open your two eyes? So that much only it takes. If you are going to open it on your own, I do not know how long it will take. Whether it will open at all or not, even that I don't know. But if you are going to ask me to open it, I'll tell you, I need time. Only how much time you take to open your two eyes. Actually, whether you are a kid or adult, opening your third eye takes only a second for me. The problem with adults is you have calcified your third eye so much. Little time is required only to remove that calcification, nothing else. Only to remove the calcification, it takes little time, nothing else. Actually, when your third eye opens, your whole face radiates something called grace. I'll strongly recommend these 2-3 small activities. Every night have aritaki powder, half teaspoon. So that cleanses all the fluoride calcification in your third eye. And before going to bed, take little turmeric or kumkum. Apply it in, mix it in water like a paste, nicely rub. See, fluoride and turmeric both have a quality of penetrating your body through skin. Fluoride goes and calcifies, turmeric goes and decalcifies. In those days, in Hinduism, women used to apply turmeric in their face in the night time and early morning. Now all the dirty, fair and lovely, what all? I don't know what all they apply, now I don't know. In those days, women used to apply. I have seen my mother and all, she will rub in stone. In the bathrooms, there will be a small stone. On that, the turmeric will be there, like this big seed. And they will rub that. Night time, they will apply once. And the early morning, when they take bath, they will apply once. It removes all the calcification. Either by your water or by food. The calcification settles, will be removed. You will have very bright awakened third eye. I strongly recommend, even for men, in the night time, who is going to see you? So, even men can apply on the forehead. Not just applying, you have to rub. So, it penetrates through the skin and decalcifies. These few things will really help when I awaken your third eye, to keep it awakened. If the calcification is removed, keeping it highly active will be easy if you clean up your forehead with a organic. Please go for organic turmeric and organic kumkum. Kumkum is nothing but processed turmeric. You can use even kumkum, no problem. Anyone is okay. Turmeric or kumkum, even men. It will really help to clean your third eye and decalcify the calcification.
So beautiful how the toxin in our third eye is the reason why we are not manifesting the powers of third eye. It's not that we can't manifest, but you can see this Balasans simply drawing what the other person is doing and playing the tic-tac-toe, the circles, and that she's drawing and playing with the other person and even winning the game. That was quite possible because she was so clear. I have three eyes. What is there? So there is no question of whether I can see or I can't see. It simply is. So she's beautifully saying she won the whole space. Now let's go to the Pratyaksha Pramana. How when they did the scan on Bhagwan's brain, how they found out that simply he goes into the command center, that he commands the opening of third eye and he walks into the and walks out of the D spot, which is the divine spot or dopamine spot, at his will, which we all wanted to experience the higher space. Let's hear the doctor speak.
COO, Integris Mental Health, James L. Hall Jr., Center for Mind, Body and Spirit, Oklahoma in US, and his team invited Nityananda to derive scientific evidences for meditation and the state of his enlightenment.
Usually the brain is so active, there are 100 billion brain cells there. But what meditation does is something very interesting. It shows the frontal lobes getting more active. The frontal lobe is where you have judgment, wisdom, reasoning. Here are some of the brain scans I'm going to share with you. This is alert, non-meditative state. The second one is 30 minutes into 30 minutes meditation. Look at the frontal lobes, how they light up. They light up big time. 60 minutes of deep meditation, and here is a deep, deep level of meditation where it lights up significantly right in the middle, probably 1.5 to 2 inches deeper.
From time immemorial, it is believed that great masters are always in the state of bliss or causeless happiness. They are unconditionally happy. With modern sophisticated equipments, we are able to detect this truth. The dopamine secretion is always abundant in the case of Paramahamsa Nityananda.
The delight and the dopamine smile. What's also interesting is that he could at will go in and out of the state. So we asked Swamiji when he came from the scanning room, when we saw this one, we asked Swamiji, what were you exactly doing when so and so thing happened? He didn't know what was there. He did not see the pictures yet. He said, really interestingly, there were 3 people there. He said, I opened my third eye. And that's stunning because I learned about third eye as a child. Didn't read about it for a long time, what it is today. But what he said was, I asked him to describe more in detail what does he mean by third eye. And he said, it's a deep meditated state. It's probably very, very deep state. But he said, it looks like a small petal on one side going and joining. Another side, another petal comes and joins, and you join together, and then it becomes the third eye. Like a blissful state that you experience and move in third eye.
So beautiful that how they experienced. The doctors were so shocked to see Bhagwan's third eye opening up simply at his will, which we have heard in just stories, but we see it medically. We are really shocked how we all can experience that. And this is also done on the devotees, on disciple Balasans, and we have measured. And we have clearly seen the Balasans' brain completely shutting down, and they said you're in the deep sleep. The Balasans are creating so much havoc, and the doctor said you're in deep sleep, which is impossible, right? But beautifully, they are in the oneness with Paramashiva, manifesting the higher reality. They know that when they go into the oneness space and bring Paramashiva into their consciousness, they only have Swamiji, Bhagwan inside their all inner space. and they do not have any other thoughts, and simply they go into that space even for few seconds. It's the ultimate gift, auspiciousness, abundance in your health, wealth, and your reality. So now let's get ready to manifest the powers of third eye. Now we are going to copy draw any of the pictures. You can take some magazines, or you have a partner, your partner can give some beautiful drawings that you can copy just through your third eye. If you have an eye band, please wear your eye band. Why should I wear eye band? I just can close my eyes and do it. No, because when you close your eyes, just there is still light. So the clarity of the words or the picture appearing is not good enough when you start manifesting. Once you become a pro, then you can do anything. Like you start driving a cycle, you need little training wheels. And after that, you can take out the training wheels and everything, and still you can go ahead with doing without anything. So for now, do not let any of the light pass through your eyes. Completely make it blank, dark, so that when pitch dark, you can see your third eye opening up beautifully, and in a very beautiful way you can perceive what you want to see through your third eye. It's like driving a cycle for the first time. Yes, you're going to fall a couple of times, but you won't get hurt or broken. Just that you have to get up and start again. You start walking, you had walked and fall hundreds of times, and still you got up and you did it. Same way, just be there and you see how you can experience all this. This is also like how you learned to work with the mind. Now you're working with consciousness. So have a pencil, paper, and a book clearly for manifesting this power. Do not have Bluetooth or any person giving you clues or any idea about what you're going to see. Just pick up like 10 books if you don't have anybody, and bring the book to your place where you're sitting with the power manifestation group, and start just turning the pages, and whatever appears in your third eye, just start drawing the whole thing. Do not accept any words or any clues or anything from anybody. It does not have anything to do with the outer world. We are clearly defining there's something that beyond which runs you. That is something, there is something which reminds you who you are, how you have slept, and how your heart beats, and how you're breathing. So let's focus on that will of that which is manifesting in you continuously as your desire. So let's experience that oneness. Let's go to the instruction of manifestation. Now that you have set their books and pens and everything, now sit straight with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. When you sit straight, your Kundalini energy raises to your Agnya. And bring Paramashiva, Parashakti, her beautiful smile, her showering of boons, her initiations, her beautiful laugh, everything, whatever, her gesture, her dance, anything that you have experienced and it has touched, when even speaking, it's just melting. So just be there and just celebrate that. That is Paramashiva in your space. Again and again, remembering that will raise you to the higher space of reality. You remember your problem. Suppose there is a problem. Bhagavan says, if somebody shouts at you for no reason, that whole day, that whole hours, constantly you can think of it 100 times. When you're angry, lusty, sleepy, hungry, we are very good of thinking about one thought. Let's do the same thing when we are in the mystic space also, conscious space also. Completely get yourself engrossed into, just soaked. How would you soak a rasagulla? If you've eaten, they put the milk into that syrup, sweet syrup, and eat it. Or you understand the chocolate sauce, how you dip it and eat it, like that. Soak yourself. Not, don't go to the food, go and to the inner space, soak yourself in Paramashiva, Parashakti. And that is Shaktipada. Again and again, holding that oneness space. That is the Shaktipada. Yes, everybody starts learning how to experience, how we learn to walk, talk. We have to teach ourselves how to pray, how to have the Shaktipada. Everything also happens only if we keep on experiencing that. And more you experience, more and more it opens up new reality. Not like the outer world, you get bored and tired of it. If you're asked to give attention to something, we are mostly tired of it. But this is not attention to something, but your own self, the deep core of you. So your heart opens up and you feel the melting space. That is why the rasa vritti, simply the amrita starts coming into your mouth and you experience the great oneness with Paramashiva. That is the Tyaga that Bhagavan says. Tyaga is not giving up everything. Giving up what you're not and experiencing what you are is Tyaga. Beautiful definitions and right understandings leads us to manifesting powers so beautifully. Chanting the Mahavakya. Why should I chant? You are asking me to do too many things. I have to sit straight, visualize Paramashiva, chant, entangle with. Chanting is like a bridge. You have your consciousness, you have your mind. When chanting, the thought simply falls into zero and goes to the other side of consciousness and manifests as powers. Simply your DNA catches. The DNA is the matter which catches the consciousness fire and starts manifesting your reality. Let's start chanting the Mahavakya, hold the oneness space with Paramashiva, entangle with Bhagavan, and simply manifest the power of third eye. Copy the diagrams, copy the details, whatever is there through your third eye in a paper, which we'll verify at the end of the Mahavakya. Now sit straight and intensely by listening to the Mahavakya, not shouting, but listening to the Mahavakya, chant the Mahavakya.
Nityananda Paramashivam Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivam 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivam Om Nityananda Paramashivam Om Nityananda Paramashivam नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम् 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 नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम्.
So beautiful for the first cycle. Whatever Paramashiva has shown, please verify authentically. Power manifestation is to do very, very authentic so that no self-doubt, no self-denial, no self-hatred crops up in between. It is purely how we are, the existential reality, how we do not question so many things in the world. If we give a rose to somebody, we don't question how does it make it happy for the other person. We never say there is a scientific study behind it. But when we are asked to manifest powers, which is Paramashiva, the original with the natural state of us, we have so many questions in our mind. Is it happening? Is it me or the mind? There is no such thing as mind. Why do we have a question? Be very clear, it's only consciousness as manifesting as reality. The mind that we know as exists only in a very, very basic level, and that is only telling us the impossibilities. All that Paramashiva is giving us the ultimate science. So the mind can never come and give you the ultimate science. So don't have any question about manifestation. Bhagavan himself will clear in you as you start doing. Like first time you drive a cycle, you'll have so many questions. How do I pedal? How do I balance? What do I do? Can I drive on one wheel? All kinds of greed and fun, everything together. Same way, and then you master it. In few years, you become pro in taking care of the cycle. Same way, you start walking. It takes 5 years to jump and skip. Likewise, you start manifesting without dropping all your identities. That which you know as you, drop that. Only you are Paramashiva sitting with 25 heads and 75 eyes and 50 hands. Yes, that is you manifesting as Parashakti, as Paramashiva. That is the core of us, each one of us. In the quantum space, how they beautifully explained, the matter cannot go through a wall, but if it is a wave, it can go through and manifest in a multiple ways. Multiple ways of possibilities that exist in quantum is not understood by a gross matter. That is exactly how we are in the gross matter, not able to understand how these things are reality. But if you understand in a quantum space, you are part of everything. Everything is a part of you. Whatever is in your sea, Bhagavan says, is part of you. And that is the ultimate reality. And only that can be realized by looking within. Who is that who is manifesting me and the reality? When you start getting curious about the inner space, you start getting into more and more oneness with Paramashiva. The more you are curious about the outer space, you master that. The more you are curious about the inner space, the earning, simply in gratitude, in humbleness, you start recognizing the higher signs of who you are, that you are Paramashiva, manifesting Paramashiva, and that is the liberation that we can experience as Paramashiva. So we'll have one more cycle. If you think you have not manifested, if you have a doubt of manifesting or nothing is coming, just be there. Write down whatever, write these words also. and you will simply soon see that you are manifesting. That's how all the kids, they don't say I'm not manifesting. First they say they manifest, and after a few days only they start manifesting, even though they declared long back. That's because they know that manifestation is how they exist. They are very smart. It is not our hard work, Bhagavan says. It is understanding that Paramashiva, in the space who you are, is manifesting all your reality. He can manifest this reality also. Just having the jnana, the knowledge, the intelligence, and bhakti, the oneness, Shaktipada, simply will manifest as reality. Now let's sit straight with a head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Bring Paramashiva, Parashakti in your third eye. Take few more books. Come and settle down, and let's start another one cycle to experience this ultimate space of oneness with Paramashiva. Whether she shows the drawing, the pictures, the colors, the numbers or not, we are going to experience Paramashiva. Let's declare that and just settle down, entangling with Paramashiva, chanting, and just being in that bhava of how Devi is manifesting all these for us in such a compassionate space, overflowing love. Just be there and simply whatever she does, let her do. And we will be the witnessing those beautiful moments with Devi. Let's start chanting the Mahavakya intensely.
Nityananda Paramashivam. Om 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 Nityananda Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda.
We become Paramashiva.
Beautiful. Whatever you have manifested, please share in tinyurl.com/power manifestation. Why should I share? I have manifested the powers, or I have only experienced the Kundalini, or I have experienced just little words. I've not completely been able to experience the whole sentence or the pictures or the colors exactly correct. Have I manifested? Yes, surely you have manifested the powers. We are manifesting continuously. Whether we manifest or not, we are Paramashiva. Whether we are a kid in the cradle or ready to die as an old man, Bhagavan says, we are Paramashiva. We are here as a superconscious being manifesting all the powers. All we need to do is by telling others that I am Paramashiva, you become that. How even in your deepest sleep, somebody calls your name, you just wake up. Same way, if you go on telling I am Paramashiva to everybody, simply when you are ready, Guru calls you Paramashiva or your name, simply you will wake up. Just one word is enough for Guru to call you, and simply you manifest reality. How Padmapada, just one word, he called Sadananda, and he came running on a river, and he didn't even realize. And then he turned back and saw there were lotus wherever he put his food, and Adi Shankara called him Padmapada because he was so ready for getting our self ready for the extraordinary happening as our reality itself. Bhagavan is preparing us for the higher science by again and again making us manifest these conscious space as Paramashiva, so that we are known to our conscious space more than our body and the mind, which also exist but not the reality. So when we are closer again and again with a clarity that I am the reality, not the body, or not just the body, or not just the mind, closer and closer, that happens by you telling everybody that you are that, and you become that. That is why I am that. Tattvamasi happens in us. And simply Bhagavan will bless you with just one word, putting you into the Turyatita state. And there is a dollar sign at the end of the YouTube, which you can click and offer $1, a unit of your currency. Why should I enter? I want to enter because I am wanting to build my Kailasha in my heart, like Pusala. He didn't do anything except build the castle, build the temple inside his heart, and simply Hridayeshwar was pulled out by Paramashiva and manifested as a real temple. It does not have a sculpting mark at all. All that is possible when we are in simple integrity, simple obedience, with whatever possibility that Bhagavan is offering us. You don't have to put a huge amount, but whenever you go to temple or whenever you meet your friend after for so many years, you offer something in deep love and gratitude. When you're in so much in love, you want to give everything to the other person. That's exactly how we are offering this dollar to confirm that space in you as Kailasha. That is the beautiful space of Kailasha, that you can offer everything and still you will be showered with more and more possibilities. With that, thanking Bhagwan for each and everything that he has manifested in our life. Again and again, he has given so much and an abundance. Let's thank him with a deep gratitude for whatever he's offering and whatever I manifested as my reality, as my powerful cognition and power manifestation. Let's surrender to Bhagwan's lotus feet. Again and again, when I surrender, I raise myself more in the depth of cognition to the higher reality and asking Bhagwan in the deep gratitude that make Paramashiva as my reality. With that, thanking each one of you to be here. Bhagwan always says, if you're here listening to these words, do the Anga Pradakshina for yourself. Go around yourself and thank yourself that in this world, you are lucky enough to hear this today, and you are the lucky one to have the auspicious space. With that space, let's end this session with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nityananda Paramashivam Paduka Arpanamastu. Om Nityanandam. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here, for contributing, for manifesting all the past. Please don't forget to share in tinyurl.com/powermanifestation and tag it to your friends and family. Thank you so much. See you and stay tuned for more and more exciting satsangs and testimonials. Thank you, Nityananda. See you all.
केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि।